Hey, I'm looking for new sponsors for this quick little bite here. If you or someone you know is interested in working with local creators to help market your business, send me an email. Here's the news for the Fox Valley for the week of June 20th, 2022. World War Tree, USS Chesapeake, Juneteenth weekend, and more. I'm David Kelso, and you're listening to What the Fox Says, bite-sized news for the Fox Valley area of Wisconsin. I'm taking off next week for a work trip to Dallas, but I'll be back just in time for the fireworks in 2 weeks. Let's get to the news. The first nasty storms of the summer with some tornadoes hit us last week, and my favorite headline, all of it, despite the tragedy, World War Tree. From what I can see, no one was hurt, but lots of property damage and people still living in the Stone Age as of recording this Sunday night. Lots of locals stepping up to help, though. Even Wisconsin's Sweetheart Quick Trip donated a semi-trailer full of bottled water, which people can pick up a case at the Black Creek Fire Department. You can snag free ice from the Ledgeview Liquor in Ashwaubenon. If you're a power worker, you can get free custard from Zesties. And there's also a couple of guys running around with their pickup truck helping people clear their yards out. Hey, cheers to you, Brandon Knackers and friends. Fincantieri Marinette Marine won its third frigate for the U.S. Navy. After finishing up facilities to accommodate construction for 2 ships in a single year, the U.S. Constellation will begin construction first, with the USS Congress and the latest addition to the contract, the USS Chesapeake, to follow. This past Sunday, June 19th, the holiday of Juneteenth celebrates and helps us remember the abolishment of slavery. But it wasn't federally recognized in the U.S. until 2021, despite 150 years of celebration. If you're scratching your head seeing Juneteenth on your holiday calendar and wondering how Juneteenth came to be, well, I've got another podcast for you. Our friend Gary of the podcast Everything Everywhere Daily does a great job of breaking it down in under 13 minutes. Link in the notes. Brown County law enforcement participated in a torch run to help raise funds for the Special Olympics of Wisconsin. Officers ran or biked alongside athletes to simulate the carrying of the torch that usually happens at the start of the event. Lieutenant Steve Mahoney of the GBPD said, "It's an honor and a privilege. We're out here to serve the community, and when we see these Olympians, how happy they are to see us. What they don't realize is we're probably happier to see them and help them. I've seen them compete. It's just amazing." The Radisson Hotel Group was acquired for over $650 million by Choice Hotels. Nothing really changes, though. They'll continue to operate independently, won't rebrand just yet, and rewards programs stay the same. We'll just have to wait and see if anything happens to the few Radissons here in the valley. Okay, so last week we talked about the cruise ship, but I didn't know it was such a big deal. The city had to make improvements to the port wall at Leish Park for them to actually bring it in, and the cruise ships are a lot more posh and all-inclusive than you'd think. They're more expensive than a Disney cruise, depending on where you launch from, and to me, that just sounds like there's lots of opportunity to serve these people that want to come here and spend their money exploring our area. As covered before, the bird flu outbreak is waning, but experts warn it could wax, so watch your worm whackers warily. Any MasterChef fans out there like me? Well, we've actually got a local hit in the prime time. Emily Hallock of Nina actually made it back into MasterChef on this return season of all the people that didn't win. And she's starting out strong. She gets the win on the very first elimination challenge in season 12. We're cheering for you, Emily. The new Theta Care building in Appleton got a new sculpture to help encourage cancer patients along their journey. Normally, cancer patients ring a bell at the end of their treatment to signify a big win. But this sculpture, designed by Jameson Glasinski, is a tree that every time a cancer patient just gets one step further in their journey, they get to put a leaf on the tree to help celebrate. And it's not like a tree made out of paper craft. It's like a huge metal tree that people get to put the leaves onto. Glasinski said, "I want to see it filled. I want to see there no more room for leaves or flowers, so I have to build another one." This has been What the Fox Says. For further reading, all the sources are linked in the show notes. To send me a local news story or event you think I should read, you can connect with me on Twitter, Facebook, or good old email. Be sure to follow me on TikTok for more fun stories I didn't get to today. I'm David Kelso. Thanks for listening today. We'll see you in 2 weeks.